Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com with match number 1 in our draft number 2 with our Sultai Eldrazi's this time around. Yes, we'd like to play first. I think this is on the verge of being capable. We have action with the blister pods, and one more mana gets us the call. So absolutely, I think we barely keep this. It's not a hand that I particularly am excited about. Of course, a blue source or a black source would make this a lot more exciting. We need to draw land in 2 turns. And statistically, we should draw land in 2 turns. We have 15 lands out of 33 times 2. So statistically, we should do it, but so far, not so good. Statistically, we should not hit our land next turn, though, with our new odds. But we get in there for 4-1. And yeah, if we hit our 2-drop the next turn, we can actually sack them to get an Eyeless Watcher if we need to. I don't think that's the right play, but another black source, of course, would be great. So he's gonna put out a Fortified Rampart, and hopefully we hit a land here. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think we just go Mist Intruder. I don't know if we care about... Or no, we'll go call the Scion. And pass the turn. This gives us some more aggression versus him. He looks like he's going to be a very, very late control deck if he's going to be playing cards like Blighted Fen. And that card's terrible versus us. So, Shadow Glider, sure. It's going to be annoying. I might need to hold back a Spell Shrivel. We'll see. Nope, not anymore. We'll put out an Eyeless Watcher. Didn't like hitting the other green source. Another, like, black source would have been, of course, better. And this is not an ally, just a soldier. Okay. Alright, so he's going to draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Dowdy attacks in here. And we'll go with another Eyeless Watcher. Here's where the Swarm Surge would be amazing. A Bone Splitters would be really good. At this point, though, I still don't draw into the Shadow Glider or attack into the Shadow Glider, even though we could do some significant damage here. And just I mean, we could even go the strategy of, hey, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could get in it for 5. Do you know what? I think we might just attack in with everything. So we get in there for 3, which at this point I think is significant, because if we can get him down to lethal range with the Swarm Surge, I think that's better than just sitting back and letting him progress his board and getting more blockers. I mean, that might just be the only opportunity we have to get in with damage. Landfall Menace, that card's not too threatening at this point. He does not have an exile card, does he? So I can't bounce a card so far. This gives us just a 3-2 blocker, though. I think that we keep up Spell Shrivel at this point. And then when we exile spell, then we can bounce. We'll eventually draw into that second black. It's the most likely land that we can draw into. 3 more forests, 4 more islands, and 6 more swamps. So he's got a 5-4 on the Geyser Stalker, which is a significant threat, I guess, later on. At this point, I think we counter whatever. So he's going to give lifelink. Yeah. See if he decides attacking with the Stalker. He does. All right, so we're going to get in for some good damage next turn with the Merc Strider. Another Forest. Womp womp. That's the last card we want to draw. And we'll swing in with the team. You can block one and take a ton of damage. He has to be careful with swinging in here. A black source, I'm pretty sure, says win the game. Because we can Obnixis and then kill his dude he puts out here. I think we just start attacking in each turn. In white and black, was there any massive board wipes? There was. There was the 5 damage to each attacker. So we have to worry about, and that card was, it did go around for quite a while. I'm trying to think of what other cards. But now we don't have to worry about that with the Shadow Glider. Oh, and a Strangler. I do not have a card in exile, so that is a card I needed plenty of. Yeah, we didn't... Oh, this is a rare. That's why I didn't get any. Huh. Wonder why they made this card a rare. I think it would have been... Well, probably would have been too powerful and limited. But I think that's... They needed a card similar to that, I think, in the archetype. To really put the ingest archetype. So let's see, he can block 4. He can block, so he'll block there, and then 1, 2, 3. And then take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can always do that. So ideally what I want to draw into here is a black source and just win. And there we go. There's our black source and just win. So Obnixis. And we'll kill his Menace guy. And yep, and that's lethal. Alrighty, so sideboard. Tightening Coils actually does seem pretty decent by making one of his flyers go away. Swarms, let's see, Grave Birthing. I could switch that for a Tightening Coils. I don't know if I even care. I think we did fine last. The Stalwart actually seems really good though. Either a 2/3 or a 3/4. And I think I would submit this. Dispel. Did you have anything worth dispelling instant speed? We didn't see anything. Submit. Well, I think that taking Swarm Surge is more a high priority as a thing. The Eyeless Watchers are, or that's the green one. Adds 3 for 4 mana. Seems really good in this format. Yuck. Yuck. I think this is just barely... This is a mulligan. It's just slow and we can't do anything for a while. This is the exact same hand. We'll keep it and we'll put that on top so that we can guarantee into a forest. But this is not a good hand. The Bone Splinters will be good to take care of one problematic card. We know we're not drawing into a decent... if it was a... Like, I need to keep that forest. If it was any other land, of course, we'd scry it away. But we'll have all of our sources. And now we just need to hit some cards here that we can cast besides lands. There's a decent pickup. If we somehow get an ingest card, should work out well. Bone Splitter's amazing with any Eldrazi spawns. Did he just miss his land drop too? Alright, we're in great shape. That basically just got rid of our mulligan. And there's the Sky Spawner. I'm so glad I took those Boiling Earths out of the... Oh, he didn't miss his land drop. How did I miss that last turn? I need to pay attention. Missing a black source. But the Boiling Earths would have just destroyed this deck. So two Dominator Drones. This would be good. We'll play their black source just in case we need a Bone Splinters. So do 2 damage and give us an ingest card. I think this is all but over. He needs something pretty crazy here to stop our aggression, because we can take care of any card he puts out, any blocker, with the Bone Splinters. And does this counter anything? Counter target spell, yeah. I have to have 2 cards, though. A little bit harder to cast then. There's his black source. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we Bone Splitters no matter what he does here. Not that guy. Does block a Dominator Drone. Which at this point, though, I don't know if I care. I do want to ingest him. Yeah, I'm not wasting a Bone Splitters on that, though. I just think we attack in for 3. And we'll Dominator Drone again. Don't think he wants to just throw it on an Eldrazi spawn. This card is insanely good. What's the one out of... Is it Fate Reforged? That's the 2/1 that you can put a counter on it, or a 1/1 spirit token. I think that having the body on the flying is just such a significant upgrade. And then I think the Eldrazi spawn is an upgrade to the spirit as well. All right, so he does decide to... Okay, awesome. So we get that out of the way. He gets a 1/1 back. But now we're free to attack in with our Dominator Drones. And he's down to an 11. I think I'm starting to figure out the archetype. I love the Sultai. Sultai is very powerful with Eldrazi's, with the Swarm Surge and the green giving you so much access to cheap Eldrazi spawns. The pre-release I played Allies. Wasn't much decision making for me to make the pre-release, because I had like no Eldrazi's and had a decent amount. I basically had a 22 card deck or 20 card deck and had to play like 3 filler cards. All right, so he does not have an exile card at the moment, but he should have 1 here. after attacking with the 2 Dominator drones. Sure, this guy wants getting reproaches too, which I hated out. Pretty sure he blocks. So regardless, we'll be flashing in this Ulamog's nullifier. Gets +2/+2 and can prevent from colorless sources. Okay, that works. Still a card for a card though. And we just get a lousy plains. So this might actually change my play here. We might as well get some value. He can make me sack a creature with his Blighted Fen, which both my creatures are pretty decent. Need to avoid drawing any more lands. We have enough. All right, so Painful Truth's going to draw him 2 cards. He's really, really digging for something here. And he can exile. Okay. Complete disregard. Did I see any of these? I think I saw like 1 or 2. Probably should have taken those at higher priority. Instant speed grip, which will give me the 2 cards in the library for the Ulamog's. So he could actually just use a Blighted Fen. Mindraker. I do have a card in the exile. So at this point, I think I get rid of the Bone Splinters. And a Sharpshooter. Well, does allow him to live. But we'll exile his Blighted Fen and his 2/2. Attack in. This forces him to block with his Mindraker. And we'll put out a Reef. Now has to have an answer for this. And if he lets me untap, we have the Ulamog's Nullifier. And he does. What is this? The planar outburst. Okay. Well, let's pass the turn. Now we should have him locked down. Unfortunately, this guy's just a 2/3. Yeah, we counter this. He's got one card in hand. Could be a defender. My guy's flying. Awesome. So 0 cards in hand. We have a Spell Shrivel. This should be game. He can pay for a 2/2. Goes down to a 1. Put the Blister Pot out for funsies. And just don't put a 2/2 flyer out. And that is game. Alrighty, we'll go on to the next match. Start off with 1-0. This has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.